It's the ship of dreams. Close your eyes, Maya. Close your eyes. Don't peek now. I'm flying, Daddy! I'm flying! Oh, oh, ah. Oh, oh, oh. It may have taken 100 years plus, but Titanic has finally arrived on my shores. And it's here in Blu-ray form. And not only that, it's also in 3D. Now, I offer no apologies. Titanic is one of my very favorite films of all times. It's sad, it's dopey, it's Hollywood, it's dramatic, it's soap opera-like, it's big, it's splashy, it's archetypal. I mean, Jack is basically the first manic pixie dream boy. You know, he changes scene by scene to match all of Rose's needs at every given moment. And God, he has a lot of information about how to survive on a ship for someone who's from, like, the Midwest. But seriously, Titanic is awesome, and none of that makes this any less badass as a film. I mean, look at, even Maya wants to dive into it right now, and that's exactly what you get when you get the 3D version. You basically are on the ship and it's going down. This is one of the best conversions I've ever seen of a 2D movie into 3D, and it proves that James Cameron actually filmed it in 3D. You don't believe me, Maya? It's not that he had 3D cameras. It's that he traveled back in time, or maybe he exists outside of time, like a Tralfamadorian, you know? He sees his entire timeline at once, but when he's here, he doesn't have the technology yet, or he hasn't yet invented the technology yet to see how the movie is going to be in 3D. But he knows eventually that technology will exist. I mean, did you see the plants? If you've seen this, the plants are like right in your face. Blurry, out of focus plants, and then everything else looks deeper, and it just makes you pay attention to different things. Like, oh my gosh, I never noticed the details that were put into carefully laying all of those boxes and like the angles. I mean, James Cameron was a set designer, right? He is impeccably designing these sets. Thank you, Maya, but this is for the Thor episode of My Corner of the World, in which we find Mjolnir. Nyar. But let me calm down a minute and just get to the point. Titanic also has 3D boobs. I know. Don't let that fact broadcast too loud. I mean, Maya's right here. I don't want to talk too much about it, but, you know, the lovely Kate Winslet, for a lot of you, I'm sure, was your first theater boobage. And it can be a very special time, but now you're getting it in 3D. Every night in my dreams, I feel you. I see you. That is how I know. That is how I know you. Go on. There it is. I almost sunk the Titanic there. I think I sunk the Titanic, darling. I think we're dying in the blue ocean at this point. I think if they had played this way on the deck, that everybody would have leaped in. And yeah, that's pretty traumatic. You know what? I think you heard enough. That's the gist, you know? I learned to play that in, like 20 minutes, so why don't we, or I learned not to play that in 20 minutes, so why don't we, you know, I think I gave you enough. I think it's time for you and me to hook up, right? Okay, so let's just throw that in there and close the doors up. Gotta get some privacy, right? Me and Kate. Oh, thank you. about to get steamy in here, if you know what I mean. Oh, Jack. I mean, Rose. Yeah, Rose.